Coach, disappointing news in having Dejounte Murray going out with the broken hand. How does that change what you guys were able to do last night and what you want to do going forward?
Yeah, tough news, like you said. We hate when our guys go down. I hate it for Dejounte and our group. We kind of just getting started, just getting going. But at the same time, we understand that in this league and in life, we're going to face some adversity. And the good thing about it is it's not a long-term injury that'll keep him out like for a whole season. But it'll be next man up mentality, like it's always been. We'll continue to focus on the details and come prepared and ready to go.
Some good news getting Trey to the next phase of his rehab, getting back on the court. So where is he at?
He's doing a little bit of light conditioning. He's been doing a ton of shooting, and then he'll just continue to ramp up from there. But right now, it's just good to get him back on the floor with no. He doesn't feel any pain and anything like that. It's starting to do some jogging and conditioning, and it's a good sign for us.
And able to get Zion back on the floor today too.
Yeah. Z went through full practice, so that'll be good. That'll be good going into our next few games, and we'll continue to look at our rotations. But like I said, at the end of the day, for us, it's next man up mentality. We've gone through these type of situations before where we've had guys out, and our focus is going to have to go to another level. Our details will go to another level, and we'll do it together and just go after it and have fun.
So Zion's good to go for tomorrow, for sure?
So far, it looks like he's good to go.
Willie, how's Herb doing? He sustained a hard fall. We had to briefly go in the locker room last night.
He went through a full practice today. He looked fine. Probably some soreness from the fall, but Herb is he's as tough as they come. So it's going to take a lot to keep him out.
What's the prognosis for Dejounte and will he need surgery?
Well, we're getting those opinions right now as we speak, and we'll have more information about what those next steps will be. But we know he'll be out for some time.
Well, how's he kind of handle that news for him?
It's tough. It's tough on him. He's a competitor. He wants to be out here with his teammates playing. We were all excited to get this group together on the floor. You guys we all saw a glimpse of what's to come. But as tough as it is, in life, in sports, in whatever, side of business that you're in, no matter what you do, you're going to face some moments like this where there's a bit of adversity, and I think it'll be some good that come out of this.
Obviously, you say it's not ideal having players like this out, but like you said, you've had players out in the past. You were able to have some success. As a coaching staff, were you able to kind of draw from those experiences to move on?
For sure. You draw on those experiences, being in sports, being a coach. Now going into my fourth season, our coaching staff, we work diligently about, who do we have available. Our guys are always working on the court in practice, making sure that we detail, but also in life, you pull on the same experiences. Time and time again, you have moments of triumph, but you have moments of adversity, and that's where we just got to step up and keep being steady.
Well, how good would it be not to have to go through this for once?
I don't even focus on that. I just focus one day at a time, and this is where we are today. We had a really good game. We enjoyed that win. Today our focus is on the fact that we're going to be without Dejounte, we're without Trey, and getting our group prepared for the next game.
Willie, after looking through the game film, what stood out to you, positives and negatives?
The positives were the fact that we followed the game plan to the T. We came out in that third quarter, and we made a few adjustments, and the guys bought into it right away. Defensively, steals, deflections, blocks, which fueled our transition opportunities, and offensively, just sharing the basketball and cutting down on our turnovers.
Would you say that's a blueprint of exactly how you want to play every game this year?
Exactly how we want to play, and we want to just keep getting better at it. We'll have some games that doesn't look as good, but 60, 70, 80% of the time we touch the floor, we want it to look like that.
Thoughts on the next two series between Portland and Golden State?
Nope, no thoughts on the next two series, just on Portland. Just the next game, that's our focus, that's our mentality, and we worked on that a little bit today. Obviously, we got Portland twice, but we just focusing on the one game.
So what challenges do they present?
They're a young, scrappy team. They throw different looks at you defensively. They'll throw some zone at us. They've done it in the past. A ton of guys that like to put their heads down, drive, get to the free throw line. It'll be a good test for us.
When watching Yves, it's easy to focus on his blocks and his ability to basically dunk the ball. But last night, he had a lot of good screens, and he did it without fouling. Can you talk about that development, that process that's been for him?
He's a quick learner, and it's something that our coaching staff, they've identified that this is the area that we have to get better at. We have to set better screens with better angles, and it frees up Brandon, it frees up CJ, Hawk, all of our guys, it frees them up, and then the spacing behind that. So he's doing a really good job of setting screens at the right angle, and he's so fast he gets out of those screens, and they have to honor his ability to put rim pressure out when he's on the floor.
Are you even a little bit surprised just to think back to what we saw in Summer League and maybe even at the start of training camp to where he is kind of now?
I am. I'm a little surprised, but I probably shouldn't be. These guys they all understand, how to play basketball. They're all high IQ, extremely intelligent, and Yves, you tell him something, he can implement it right away. It's a real luxury to have.
With his growth and then the way Jordan Hawkins played last night, what way he's improved, Javonte Green being effective, does it give you a little more comfort in the next man up situation that you're in now?
For sure. Those guys were excellent. They came in, they followed the game plan, they played with a grittiness and toughness, and that's what it's going to take. And for me and for our staff, we just have to stay steady and know that there'll be some times where we make some mistakes. Let's continue to play through them.
Willie, with Dejounte out, I know everybody's going to have to pick up the slack like BIZ, but how much do you need Jose probably to step up, since he's probably, the backup point guard to Dejounte?
For sure. He's got to step up big time for us. We all love Jose. We know that he brings it night in and night out, and we know he'll step right up to the plate and get it done for us.